Hello everybody, welcome back to another lecture, and today we're going to look at the importance of collocations, so focusing specifically today on the lexical resource part of the writing test in IELTS. So looking to gain fluency via vocabulary. But let's start by looking at the definition of collocations and what collocations are exactly. So what is a collocation? First of all, let's return to the band descriptors and let's look at band 7 and look at lexical resource. In here, we can see that to achieve a band 7, the writer uses less common lexical items with some awareness of style and collocation. But what is a collocation? So, a collocation is a set of two or more words which are commonly used together. An example of this can be seen in the expression make an effort. Make an effort is a collocation because these words are often seen together and they express a particular meaning. So it's make an effort. It's not do an effort, it's not take an effort, it's not get an effort, but we say make an effort. It's natural. Often seen together, expresses a particular meaning. So let's make an effort to understand this in a bit more detail and see how we can apply it to the writing component of the IELTS exam. So why are collocations important? There's a number of reasons. First of all, collocations make language fluent, precise, expressive and natural. Compare he's getting a tattoo and he's making a tattoo. Now, if you use the wrong version, your English will instantly be exposed as weak. Note here that getting is correct. We say to get a tattoo, not to make a tattoo. It's a common mistake, that one. As well as that, collocations allow us to express lengthy ideas with just a few words, saving us precious time in the test. So compare he has decided what he is going to do with he has made up his mind. The second version, of course, is much shorter. It's a collocation. Make up your mind, a collocation. It's both more natural and more concise. Finally, collocations, when grouped together, they can demonstrate our language command. And we can see that in the next slide here. Collocations in use. So, have a look at these two paragraphs here and tell me which one of these paragraphs shows a strong command and which one shows a weak command. Let's start by looking at the first one. One of the heavy problems about transport in public places is the expensive prices of tickets which people pay. This might happen due to the absence of competition between bus and train companies, which means that solitary companies can control the transport choices in an entire area and can therefore put their fees to be as expensive as they want. Now let's have a look at the second paragraph. One of the most pressing problems with public transport is the extortionate ticket prices which customers are required to pay. This might happen due to the lack of competition within the public transport industry, allowing one company to have a monopoly over transport options and charges in a particular town or city. So, if you have a fairly strong command of English, or even a middling command of English, hopefully you will see that the top paragraph displays a weak command, while the bottom paragraph displays a strong command. Both feature perfectly accurate grammar. It all comes down to how natural the language usage is. Now, I've underlined here the collocations which you cannot see in the weak command paragraph. So if we look at the strong command underlined expressions here, pressing problems, public transport, extortionate ticket prices, required to pay, lack of competition, public transport industry, to have a monopoly over, and transport options. All of these are collocations and you cannot see them in the paragraph above. If we look in a little bit more detail at the weak collocation command paragraph and then think about what's good about it, we can say that there is less common vocabulary shown. We've got words like absence, solitary, fees. This is slightly more advanced language than you would see from a medium or basic student. There's also a lot of topic-related vocabulary, language like tickets, bus and train, again fees, and public places. This sticks to the topic and it's important span descriptors. However, what's bad about this paragraph is that this so-called good vocabulary, it's almost completely ruined. All the good about it is taken away, it's compromised due to the fact that it is not used correctly with collocation. So all that good is just wiped out because the language is not being used naturally. So how can we improve this vital skill of writing collocations in the IELTS writing exam? Well, we can do a couple of things. But I think the number one way to improve your skill in this area is to immerse yourself in English. And to do that, you should be reading books. I think a lot of people who study English, they will read, dense academic texts. They'll go through workbooks, but it's actually important that you try to read a range of books. So read literature, read novels. Young adult novels are particularly good because they feature natural dialogue between the characters and they usually don't contain too much difficult vocabulary. As well as that, you can listen to audiobooks. Audiobooks are much better than music, English music with English lyrics for studying. Baby, 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 oh will not help you in the IELTS exam. Lastly, you can have conversations with native speakers. There are websites online nowadays which offer you the possibility to speak to natives for free. This is usually as part of a language exchange, in that you will also be conversing with them in your native language as well. Maybe you're a Spanish speaker and the native English speaker wants to learn a bit of Spanish, so you will share that. Just look on Google for sites like these. They're very easy to find. And by speaking to natives, you'll learn new expressions and you can ask what they mean, and then you can try using them yourself. So the final point I want to make is that if you really want to improve your collocation ability, try experimenting, try using these collocations. When you hear them, when you see them, when you read them, try using them in your writing, and make sure, as always, to get your writing looked at by a professional teacher. Of course, my site offers professional writing corrections. You can just look for the IELTSteacher.com and then go to the writing correction section. But there are other teachers online who also offer this service. So that's collocations. Thanks for listening. I hope to see you again in the next lecture.